Alright guys, welcome back to the second part of the review. So let's just get right back into it. 3, 2, 1, go. It's great to think what potentially this thing could be capable of in 2 or 3 years. I'm definitely hoping that they either beef it up crazy and do something insane that we weren't expecting, like how I was stating with the expansion dock idea in the last video, or that we can expect a dedicated home console, you know, maybe a year or two after the PS5 that's like on that level, you know, because Nintendo, you got to make some revenue like you did with the Wii and then use that revenue properly instead of making new hardware that didn't meet the same standards. You didn't have to be as powerful as the PS4 or the Xbox One. You just needed to meet a standard that allowed developers to easily port over to your system. That's all you need to do is stay within the group. That's it. It's detrimental to your health, like you must. Or the other option in this scenario is very unique, but it's something Sega did when you held the market with the Super and Genesis era. You guys controlled third-party developers. So what did Sega have to do? They had to make a lot of stuff in-house. So I think that that might be what you guys need to do in this particular generation if third-party developers don't jump on board. If you guys do sell a lot, you should be just fine in the realm of third-party support. And so I'm hoping, and just from some of my observations, you know, I feel like, you know, the 3DS is coming to the end of its life. The Wii U was a commercial failure. Great system. I would never downplay how lovely a system it was for me, but it was a commercial failure. How do we benefit from this moment in time? Well, we need a new handheld sooner than later, and we need a new console because this is a sinking ship. So why don't we merge the two? And what a genius idea! You know, they were able to put the tech in this little tiny device, man, that can also hook up to your TV so it fills both needs. It's an excellent idea. I hope that this means that this is their way of biding time to make an amazing next-gen home console. Something that people aren't worried to pay $400 to $500 for. You've sold us this system for $3. That's a little bit more expensive than the 3DS was at launch, and it's tons better. This is more than what I expected for a handheld from Nintendo, but it also acts as a TV unit so that you can play with your friends. And I mean, you can play with your friends anyway, just by nature of the way the system's set up. But I feel like there's definitely still room for them to come out with a new home console that's dedicated and badass and fully supported by Nintendo. And when I say fully supported, I'm not suggesting that you didn't fully support the Wii U. I'm just suggesting that with all the IPs that you guys own, this could have been a golden moment for you to bring some of them out of the woodwork, and just on games alone, people would have bought your system. You know, there just wasn't enough variety. Yes, there's Bayonetta 1 and 2, but you know, there's just not enough extra, you know? Where's F-Zero? Where's 1080? Where's Wave Race? Where's Excite Bike? Shit, where's Excite Truck? That's a new IP that was really cool on the Wii. That was a good game. I'd like to see another. What are you guys doing? But it seems like now, with the way Mario looks and the way Zelda looks, that you guys are going in the right direction. So I'm excited for the next few years. Things look like they're on the right track. Okay, those are all the things that I've heard. I had to get them out of the way, because it wouldn't feel right if I had a completely biased, because I'm a huge Nintendo fan. Like, I want to create for them. That's how big a fan I am. But I've also got to learn to love them enough to call them out on their shit. Anyway, I'm getting completely sidetracked. I think the fact that the system released with such a high caliber game is a huge deal. It sits up there with Halo. It sits up there with Super Mario World. It sits up there with Soul Calibur. Like, these are some of the only launch titles that were like amazing for consoles. But you get so many haters that their user review for the game is like 0 out of 0. And then they actually write what they thought of the game, and it's like, you obviously haven't played it, or you hate Nintendo so much that you're like willing to do this. It's ridiculous. I wanted to let you guys know all the things that are going on and what I feel about the situation. Now, the reason I love it is because it looks great, it feels great, it's got great potential with games on the way, and the potential for multiplayer situations in and outside of the house are incredible. This system definitely takes a lot from its predecessors, but completely reshapes them in a new way. I highly doubt that this is how their home console market is going to be dominated from here on out, but as an experiment, as something new, this is a fantastic system, and I expect a lot from it. So the way which it affects your life within the home is pretty awesome, because most of you haven't yet experienced a Wii U. So now you're getting what the Wii U had to bring to the table. So you gotta go take a poop, take your game with you, man. You don't have to pause. Let's do this. Or your wife comes home and she's tired. She wants to watch TV and you're like, I don't have to stop gaming. This is great. The other cool thing is I mean, as long as you get a screen protector and a case, you can take this thing anywhere with you. In your backpack, take it on the train, play it, you know, on our way to a friend's house. And once at a friend's house, you guys can play multiplayer. I mean, yes, it's a little screen, but it's totally doable. I've already tried it with Metal Slug and King of Fighters and Fast Racing Neo, and it's awesome. Albeit, it would be nice if there was just a cable that you could carry that allowed you to just hook it up to the TV. Would just make it a lot more portable. So think about it, Nintendo. But I've heard rumors that there's a high chance that third-party companies are going to make something like that. So we can at least look forward to it. I just really want to say that despite all the things that I've just said that may seem very negative, the good of this system completely outweighs any of that. Like, it feels great in your hands. The Joy-Cons, they look small. They are small, but playing them actually feels right. Like, it actually feels good. If you're a huge Nintendo fan, if you're a person who likes Zelda or loves Zelda or even remotely is interested in Zelda, I would say it's definitely a buy. But if you can wait, then do so. I mean, it definitely isn't going anywhere. It definitely has a lot of games coming. By Christmas, at the very latest, you will have tons of things to buy on the system. I hope that this was useful. I know that it seemed like there was a lot of negative in there, but I do truly love this system. And if you only bought it for Legend of Zelda, it would be worth it, honestly. I'm going to sell that game until the cows come home. Anyway, guys, if you liked the video, thought it was helpful, please leave a comment, leave a like. If you really want to show your support, hit that subscribe button and you'll keep informed with everything I'm doing.
Until next time, I'm Snipey the Pirate Gamer.
You guys have a lovely, blessed, delicious day.